Been doing it for about 3 hours, but it still looks a tip. I totally get that, but the main goal was to get it, majority of it, off the walls, in a pile in the middle that we can just chuck a tarpaulin over, ready for, I guess, for us to start steaming some of the walls, get some of this wallpaper off before we get to plastering stage, but also to get it away because the electrician's starting in a few days and we need him to have access to the walls, put in all our new sockets and everything like that. So yeah, another day where you feel like you've done loads but don't really look any different, but I'm sure it's because I'm in it all the time. I'm sure people that haven't seen it and then they see it, it'll look different, so fingers crossed.
What are you up to, Can?
As you can see, starting to take some of the wallpaper off. Starting to take some of the wallpaper off in this room. Well, the reason why we're doing this room first, and the noise you can hear, I'm just waiting for my trusty old school steamer to go. It's starting to work. Doing this room first, purely because I know it's the smallest room, so that is a bonus, but this is the room where we're having the toilet put there, and we're also going to have a load bearing, not a load bearing, we're also going to have a stud wall put in to obviously separate the toilet from the rest of the room, which is going to be our office. And there's also, I'd say that this is probably our worst room in terms of plastering needs. There's quite a lot of cracks, there's massive ones here. This is actually just a stud wall itself, like an internal wall, so shouldn't be too many problems there. Someone's obviously tried to fill it before, which you can see. A few cracks, but nothing major. But yeah, just want to get this done first so we can get the trades in here this week. Plumbers have already started, which we'll show you a bit more about the plumbing stuff another day, but plumbers have already started to break up and bring the hot and cold water feed through. So it's imperative that we get this room done really in the next day or so that's why we've started here. And then, yeah, get the plaster in and go from there. But this is just the monotonous stuff that just takes time and just elbow grease really. It doesn't cost anything. Borrowed a steamer from my dad, bought a couple of scrapers, and I think that'll be us well away for the next couple of days now. So yeah, whack the tunes on and off we go. Still not steaming yet. Actually, some of this paper's not too bad to get off. I'm sure there's more appropriate ways of doing this, but as I've said 1,000 times, this is how I do it. Sometimes I can do it a really great job, sometimes can't be asked. So I'm just going for it as and when. As long as we end up at the end of the day with no wallpaper in it, I'll be buzzing. One sweaty room, steamed. It's only the little one, so bear with us. But we've achieved a lot today. Let me just show you the room. Look, let me come out and show you. A few cracks, nothing too major. Now it's for the clearing up. But you see a little bit there where the plumbers are starting to build out our upstairs toilet. So that's why we wanted to get this room done first, as I said. Yeah, it's tough going, but it feels like we're making progress now, and it's not, and I know I sound really random when I say things like that, but it's not like someone else's wallpaper now. It's back to the bare bones. Don't get me wrong, it's someone else's wallpaper paste and attempt at filling cracks, but it's getting to become more and more like ours. But I am sweating. I think this is probably the first day of the year that I'm going to have to get the old hoodie off. But yeah, all good. And that is us done for today. Thank God. Thanks for watching, hustlers. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share for the rest of our journey. Who knows where we'll end up. See you next time.